Before I start this video, I would like to inform you that if you hear any sort of background noises, like maybe a bird or a car, I don't care. It's currently way too hot for me to be recording with my window closed, so maybe you'll just have to deal with this motherfucking bird. I really hate my neighbor's bird. Anyways, you're watching Project Zomboid. We're playing with 16 times more zombies than usual, and this is how I die. Starting off where the last video left off, we've been fortifying our base quite a bit, which is nice considering how many zombies tend to walk around. I, of course, am getting bored of sitting here. Of course, I relieve this by going outside and beating a homeless woman to death. I make my way down this street, of course, fighting everyone I find. My goal right now is actually, I have no idea what I was intending to do. So as any sane person would, I make my way through the most dangerous neighborhood I could find to get to a hardware store. Unfortunately for the Zomboids, I just don't care. I literally move faster than them by just walking. A normal person in this situation would probably be thinking,
"Oh no, that's like a billion zombies, I should run away."
But unfortunately, I am an undiagnosed psychopath, so my first thoughts are... And that's exactly what I did. And we're finally done. I can safely assume that the school is pretty much clear considering how many I just killed outside. And the school is absolutely not clear. In fact, it still had like at least 50 zombies in there. The game then hits me with the age-old classic I like to call the zombie clown car, where they just keep on coming. I mean, like, where are they even coming from at this point? How many zombies could have been in one room? It was just 3. Anyways, now I can probably rest. Or I guess I can keep fighting even. That's the final 2. There's no way there can be. Alright, those were actually the last zombies, for now. After a quick bathroom break, I go right back to cleaning up the hallways. I'm not actually sure why I'm doing this. Schools don't even have the best loot. The school's loot is pretty much all trash except for one room. This one right here. Inside it there were some baseball bats. These are normally good, but considering the fact I have this scrap weapons mod, they're even better. Before fully leaving this school, I still stopped by the library. You can usually find some skill books here and they're always useful to have. My loot stashes are getting pretty formidable at my base now. In fact, I've already filled one of these boxes with just weapons. Things are going pretty well, I'd say. I also found this thing. The next day I woke up and wasted a bunch of time just reading. Eventually I got bored, so I went outside to do whatever this is. Yeah, so I went outside and did absolutely nothing. I just walked around aimlessly, and now there's a bunch of zombies following me to my base. And now nobody is following me anymore. As I looked through the crafting menu, I realized I would probably have to go visit the other cities to find the resources to make some of these really cool weapons. For now, I decided to try out a scrap shiv of sorts. I don't usually use stabby weapons in my playthrough, so I decided to train this skill this time around. I also found a bunch of food here, but nobody really cares about that. Anyways, this is me in a gas station. Pretty sure I went here for cigarettes or something. Like any person would in Riverside, I immediately headed for the police station. Inside there was another water dispenser, which is very useful for long play. If it wasn't obvious though, I didn't actually come here to get water. I came here for firearms. And there were quite a lot. Made my way back home, slightly encumbered. Wasn't an issue though. As it turns out, the zombies have pretty good memory. God knows how, but I managed to get out of that unscathed. Only problem is there's, I don't know, maybe 5 or so zombies following me. What's even more surprising is the fact that I was actually able to kill them all without even getting tired. The next day, as I was working out, this little thing showed up. This is a sort of loot crate that comes from a helicopter drop. I managed to find it pretty quickly, so I started looking at what it had. A bunch of supply boxes. These are actually pretty good, so I won't complain. As soon as I got back home, I started opening them up. Inside of the loot drop there was some food and water and also this cool flyer. I actually read the entire thing. Not that I'm gonna be following these instructions whatsoever. The boxes actually had pretty varied loot. They had MREs and first aid kits and even some medical masks. This is a pretty cool mod. I would suggest you download it. After like 20 cut minutes of me just walking around killing things, I actually found the supply drop I missed the last time. Anyways, the reason I was killing so many zombies was just to find a bed. That's it. One of the supply drops actually gave me a radio. This radio had the emergency frequency on it so I could see the weather forecasts. Since I'm playing with zombie respawns turned off, I can theoretically just kill off the entire population of this city and then it will be safe. I am extremely lucky. That could have gone so wrong it would have ended my run immediately. Thankfully, it seems that maybe my helmet tanked the hit and fell off instead of killing me. I tried very hard to steer the zombies away from any important locations. Unfortunately, they sort of just wander over to them anyways. At some point, a fireman zombie died and didn't burn up, which means I'm adding his gas mask to my fit. And of course I went back for the bucket and my glasses. My goal was originally to reach the Enigma books. After all, the most important thing in one of these runs is gonna be skill books to grind out the later levels. Unfortunately, it seems my rampage didn't exactly reach this side of town. I did have another Molotov with me though. I'm pretty sure you get the drill by now. I basically just toss the Molotov, make zombies walk over it, and then circle for a couple of hours. What I didn't expect was just how many zombies were over here. As I was already leading about 200 of them behind me, I found a lot more in this parking lot. You guessed it, I spent a bunch of time just walking around in circles. In fact, I spent so much time walking around in circles that the sun was setting by the time I was done. Even after getting all those kills, the town was still crawling with Zomboids. For some reason, I decided it was a good idea to enter a tiny enclosed space while zombies were actively following me. I tripped and fell, but somehow didn't even get hit by the zombies. One of them, however, was on fire, meaning that this entire building would pretty much collapse into flames now. And yes, I'm still looking for a watch.